Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you books I need to read by the end of 2022. So when I was looking at my shelves, these have been the ones that have been on my shelf for the longest amount of time, so definitely those are high priority. Some of these are just newer ones too that I am just excited about to read. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So first up, I have The Poppy War by Rf Quang, and I bought this book back in like the later half of 2021 and I have yet to pick it up, but I've heard such like great things about this series as a whole. My boyfriend has also read it too and he really liked it and also has recommended it to me several times, so I definitely need to pick this one up very soon. But yeah, it just sounds super interesting. So it's in when War Orphan Rin aced the Kiju, the empire-wide test to find the most talented youth to learn at the academics. She surprised everyone, test officials, the guardians who wanted to marry her off, and further their criminal enterprise, and even herself. But being a dark-skinned peasant girl from the south is not easy at Sinagar, that most elite military school in Nikon. Targeted by rival classmates for her color, poverty, and gender, Rin discovers that gods long thought dead are very much alive and that she possesses a lethal, unearthly power and aptitude for the nearly mythical art of shamanism that can be used that could be the weapon the entire empire desperately needs. Like, again, I've heard tremendous things. I've heard this one is very grim and graphic, so I'm going into that knowing that, and I think it is I've heard it's a very good commentary on war and the consequences of violence, so I think it'll have some very interesting, raise very interesting conversations around this kind of fantastical war. So I'm very excited to pick this one up very soon, hopefully by the end of the year. Again, this is one that has been on my shelf for a while, and yeah, this one I think is gonna be I feel like it's like science fiction, but it hits very close to the current state of things right now, and it is Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. This is kind of a classic sci-fi kind of dystopian. And so it says, when global climate change and economic crises lead to social chaos in the early 2020s, California becomes full of dangers, from pervasive water shortages to masses of vagabonds who will do anything to live to see another day. 15-year-old Lauren lives in a gated community with her preacher father, family, and neighbors, sheltered from the surrounding anarchy. In a society where any vulnerability is a risk, she suffers from hyper-empathy and debilitating sensitivity to others' emotions. So I've heard really great things, and I believe this takes place in 2024, so right around the corner. So it's good to know what I should prepare for when we go into 2024 in a few years. But yeah, I just think this will be very interesting. I feel like a lot of the social commentary on here in terms of climate crisis, economic structures falling, kind of just everything that has happened within the past few years that we are kind of seeing the financial repercussions of. I think it's very interesting to see how this book kind of handled like what they would assume would be going. So yeah, again, I've heard really great things about this, so I'm really excited to pick this one up. So next up, this is a well-loved book that is very popular on TikTok. I'm not a TikToker or have the TikTok app, but I've seen it come around on like my Instagram and like Pinterest pages, so I'm very aware that this is well loved, and I believe the sequel's coming out in September or October, so I definitely want to read this before then. And it is The Atlas 6 by Olivie Blake, and I even have the receipt in here because I bought this after my second date with my boyfriend on September 18th 2021, so I still have my evidence of how long this has been on my shelf, and I haven't picked it up yet. But yeah, my boyfriend again also has read this one. He really liked it, so I'm really excited, and it just sounds totally up my alley. I think it's about the Alexandrian Society, which has like this competition of 6 individuals who are tasked with like different things. It says these candidates are recruited by the mysterious Atlas Blakely. They are told they will have 1 year to qualify for initiation probation, during which time they will be permitted preliminary access to the society's archives and judged based on their contributions to various subjects of possibility, time and space, luck and thought, life and death, and then 5 they are told will be initiated, 1 will be eliminated. So this one I've heard, like I said, I've heard great things, and I do want to read this before the sequel comes out. So this one definitely does have a higher time urgency than some of the other ones here. Next up on my list, this is a book that I got again last year that I definitely want to read, and it is Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I've heard really great things about this from other booktubers. Again, this is another book my boyfriend has read. He like reads super fast, so he flies through a lot of books. He probably finished this, like, I kid you not, in like an hour, but because he can read that fast. But I've heard really great things, and it's just one that you kind of need to just experience and not to know too much about the plot. But it's about this person that lives in this kind of labyrinth itself, and he kind of becomes more aware of what is kind of going on within this house and what is outside of it. But I want to kind of know as little as possible. I just kind of want to dive right in. But this book is very well received. It has won, I think, quite a bit of awards now too since it has come out, and it's been on a lot of everyone's favorite books of 2021, so I have high expectations for this one. And lastly, along with some of these other books, this one I think has been on my shelf, my TBR shelf, for the longest amount of time, and definitely want to pick this one up. I do have a hard time kind of reading nonfiction, so I think that's why I'm kind of holding off. But again, I've heard really great things about this, so I don't think it should be too much of a problem. And it is Kindered by Wragg Sykes, and this kind of talks about Neanderthals and their kind of just their history. So it says, uses her experience at the cutting edge of Paleolithic research to share our new understandings of Neanderthals. Shoving aside cliches of rag-like brutes in an icy wasteland, she reveals them to be curious, clever connoisseurs of their world, technologically inventive, and ecologically adaptable. They ranged across vast tracts of tundra and steppe, but also walked in dappled forests and waded in the Mediterranean Sea. Above all, they were successful survivors for more than 300,000 years. Sorry, we keep getting so many spam calls. It's very, very annoying. Sorry, I'm back. But basically it says, like, for more than 300 years during times of massive climate upheaval. So it kind of just talks about them, some of the advancements in our understanding of them from an anthropological view. And for those of you who don't know, for when I did my undergrad, long time ago now, I double majored. My first degree was a Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering, and I have another degree in the Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology, because I just always found like human evolution to be super interesting. And it's been a while since I've read kind of an anthropological nonfiction book. I've read like Homo Deus and whatever the other one is, Sapiens and Homo Deus from Yuval Yara Havari, I think I totally butchered that, but I have read those a long time ago and I haven't really read anything new, so I think this one will be very exciting and kind of perfect for the anthro nerd in me. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of the books that you need to read by the end of the year are and all that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.